Hello everyone, welcome back to another cast. Today we've got a match between Salsa and Ramen Noodles. My name is Kirito178. I am going to be your host today, and today I'm joined by the legend himself, Palador. Palador, how are you feeling tonight?
Happy to be here, Kirito. Thanks for having me, and great to be back in OCE. Have some amazing matches, or match about to start here soon between Salsa and Ramen Noodles. Feels just like home, no matter how long I'm away from OCE and these casts. Once you're back in it, just you got the good feels. I already see the chat, for that matter, just like before, right? Filling up with so much participation, so much comments and hype. OCE always happy to support each other in these streams. So yeah, I'm glad to do it with you, man.
Yeah, OCE, one of the most supportive regions you'll see out here. Ramen Noodles over here with Skit in the lead, sitting in second place in the region. Salsa sitting down in 5th. The match ball is in the middle, ready to go.
All right, and yeah, thank you, chat there. I see Ozzy and Phil, Egg. Love egg. Love egg drop soup as well, as people know me do know. But that said, let's go. Ball is in the middle, and now ejected. It's time for some Orion drifting. There's Asian with the first possession for Ramen Noodles, being assaulted by House, as well as Carmen, pulling away with the ball now.
Yep, Carmen making his way around the right side, but he is going to be blocked by the blue team. Yuxi getting his hands back on that ball. Asian Wang going for that tackle, but he is going to miss it as Yuxi goes for his pass across to Pozzy.
And we'll be, oh boy, Yaxi, is that the right? Inform me on the name sometimes, you know, getting a little tongue-tied there, but make me yak. It will be Yak, though, on the attack. Right back to Winston with a tapping to Pozzy. Pozzy dealing with the defensive posse and losing the ball to House, as it will be now Pozzy taking back control with a quick stealing carve, losing handles on the ball, losing that boost juice, as House now takes it back over.
Yep, House clearing it off into Claw there. RJ Mori intercepting that, though, making his way down towards Mound. Going over to that left side, trying to get around Pozzy, but Pozzy is going to get his hands on him there. Pozzy almost getting his hand on that ball for the possession. Carmen grabbing it just out of the air there, looking for his pass across. He's going to hold it, looking for his pass across to Pozzy. But he is going to lose it to Skitsmix right there.
And is my mic low, chat? Let me know. I see one comment there, but I do agree. Don't use egg as an insult. It's a beautiful thing. Skits will be a beautiful make, but no. Actually, with the take back on that in the goal defensively, able to slip past Roxy as well, sending it to Carmen. And RJ Mori, though, turning it over, maybe turning into a deep shot that looks good. Oh, no, off the lip of the goalpost. And right back towards mid now.
Yep, if his mic is low, I will fix that up between these rounds here as RJ Mori makes his way up to the left side, but he's gonna drop it into Pozzy. Pozzy trying to get that possession there. Salsa really fighting against this top 2 team here with the pass across to Pozzy. Skitsmix is gonna get his hands on that, making his way across the left side onto Halo.
Yeah, got a great look at this Ramen Noodles team casting the Z-Drift Cup weekend ago, and that was very entertaining to watch for sure. There's Roxy trying to make a goal happen. But yeah, getting kind of my second look of the season, granted in Driftball instead of Z-Drift this time. But you know the skills obviously translate huge between the two different modes, as Yaxi now makes an attack on 2 players, but will make a decision to send it up to Pozzy, right back to Yaxi, and being attacked once again. Lots of tackles, a good strong defense, and aggressive defense coming in from Ramen.
Yep, Yuxi now making his way out. I believe it is Yuxi. I think that was his old username, as Asian Wang tries to carry it in there. Carmen with the block, though, moving his way up the left side. Yes, I believe Yuxi has changed his username, so yes.
Yuxi. All right, getting a little jukey with the names, and that ball sailing near that goal, unable to get anything done. So we're still deadlocked here, 0 apiece, trying to break that goose egg. Speaking of eggs, once again, I guess that's the theme of this stream. Carmen Winston with the ball, handing it off to Pozzy. Pozzy, quick pass to House up top. A goal exposed, and no, the deal not closed. Asian swooping in at the last second for a big swipe, a steal, a fly down the floor. Has the speed, got the greed. Took it for himself, and why not? Deserved it. 1 point finally on the board.
Yep, that's 1 point. With 1 minute, 20 seconds left on the clock, Hawass is now going to grab that, making his way up the left side, looking to go up onto the far halo. Quick pass over to Carmen. Carmen tapping it straight towards Yuxi. Yuxi is going to go for that pass over to Hawas, but he's going to drop it going into Rexy's hands over to Asian Wang for the clear.
Oh, and the clear just squeaks by Pazzi. So this could be a dangerous situation as RJ Mori is there, met by Carmen Winston on a tackle. A little bit of bullfighting there, looking like Carmen the Musical, as it will be Pazzi now taking control, sending it to that wall. RJ Mori with the ball now, following up top is Pazzi with the defense. Now Carmen swooping by, a change of possessions. Now SALSA back in control. SALSA looking to even this up. Only 30 seconds left. A big play about to go down if they can make this score, potentially force that overtime. Still maintaining control there is Pazzi. Pazzi, though, so much defense, smothering him like a coat rack right now. But they will not be able to get that through on the attack. So this could be a seal of the deal on this first round with only seconds to spare.
Yep, Rexy trying to clear it out there, but Pazzi is going to get his hands on that, clearing it downfield over to the left into Carmen's hands. They're going to go for a buzzer beater here as Yuxi grabs that, going for the backhand, but he's going to drop it there. Rexy getting his hands. Yuxi is going to get back into possession though, looking for the pass over to Pazzi, rejected by RJ Mori onto the ground, making that 1 round for Ramen Noodles.
A very nice effort there from both sides. SALSA, they made a good effort of it to keep that ball alive for a solid, 10-15 seconds or so. But at the end of the day, that one singular point that we saw scored by Ramen was in fact enough to get the job done. This, again, a 10-1 team. They have a strong record this season. They've been putting up the games and putting up the wins. But SALSA not that far behind, 7-3. You know, maybe underdogs in this context, but they showed that they can hang.
Yeah, it was, from what I remember, it was very much in favor for... Oh, I've put up the wrong mic, sorry. Very much in favor for Ramen to win, but we see now that SALSA are not going to go down without a fight this round. As we go into the second part of this game, we will see if SALSA will be able to build up a little bit of momentum maybe against Ramen Noodles.
Yeah, this is a battle between the food groups here. We have a little bit of Latin with SALSA. We got some Japanese action there with the Ramen Noodles. OC always making me hungry here with their names, but you know I'm hungry for more Orion Drifted right now. Yuxi with the possession first, maybe attempting this first goal if they can approach fast. There it is, Yuxi with the pass and could not jam that with a shot from Pazzi, a little off, but it looks like they'll keep possession for at least a moment.
Yep. Asian Wang just barely getting his hands on that, but Yuxi is going to get in his way as he makes the pass across to Pazzi. Beautiful pass there going straight into his hands. Nebula moving his way in, missing that clear over to the left side. RJ is going to get his hands on that and move his way along Halo underneath Pazzi.
So big piles forming underneath that bridge. Swooping away with it and into the air was Mori. Mori had the eye towards Skitsmix in the mid zone. And right back to Mori. Some good ball distribution here. Great positioning from the teammates, but good coverage from Hawas there. Able to secure the ball and taps it deep. But unfortunately, Asian was there. But right back now it's Nebula from the Nebula trying to make a play on a lot of defenders, as Asian Wang will take it away now into the sewers and out of that trench, looking for maybe a 2-on-1 on the goalie. No, a big tackle coming in. Nebula secures the ball and flings it wayward.
Yep, it's going to make its way down into right claw there. Skitsmix getting his hands... No, Pazzi getting his hands on that first, looking for his pass to center into Hawas's hands. Hawas is going to fumble it, though, going into Asian Wang's possession. Pazzi catching that clear there, making his way up onto Halo with the pass down to Yuxi missing and going into RJ Mori's hands.
This is looking a lot like the first round here, Kirito. It's very stalemate to begin these opening minutes. And again, it was only a 1-point victory from Ramen Noodles, which is to say it was a 1-point game the whole time. Not a lot of scoring output, but certainly a lot of aggression, a lot of defense. The offense from Nebula now on SALSA trying to break that seal. Could not do so quite yet. Asian slipping away with the ball and forwarding it to Skits.
Yep, Skits grabbing that with the pass straight down into RJ Mori. He's going to hit his head on Halo, though, dropping the possession. Yuxi catching that clear there. It's going to get tapped just lightly onto the right side into Asian Wang's hands. Asian Wang making his way up, but he is going to be tackled by Hawass. Nebula making his way up the right side.
Yeah, great interference being run to cause that turnover, although they did not really maintain control. So now it is a race for that ball, race for that control. It will be RJ Mori with it, reaching that 2-minute mark just about, still scoreless, as Roxy receives it right in the middle. As Asian on the side in the stride, but the pass, no juice behind it. So Hawass, we'll see if they can get that first score to go. Approaching fast now. Pass to Yuxi and Pazzi, but underneath both their arms. Underarms, not able to get those plays. Will be a deep fling, and that's an open goal. Oh my goodness, a deep hit. 1 point on the board for Ramen.
Pazzi tapping it out now, looking for the grab from Hawass here. He's going to make his way up the right side. Going low into trench, underneath mound, going through sewers, up, through, looking to get a quick point, but Rexy is there to block him once again. Nebula picking it up, but unable to make his way past Skits as it is grabbed by Rexy.
And Rexy there, and RJ Mori as well, securing control up in the halo. RJ has a few options, has Asian, has Skits, opted for the more open one, a really tight angle. Minute 10 remaining. Really important here for SALSA. Unable to score so far in these 9 minutes of action. Will that change soon? Looks like no, because Roxy found the room.
Yep, that's now 2-0 with only 1 minute left on the round for SALSA to make back any points. Not looking good for SALSA in this second round either. As Pazzi makes his way up onto mound, fumbling that ball on his way.
At this point, regardless of the results of the round, you just want to see if you're a SALSA player or a SALSA fan. And who's not a fan of SALSA? You just want to see that first goal to go in these 10 minutes. Because regardless of the outcome of this round, it's still best of 5. So you still have at least another round to go. But they just need to break that seal and get a little bit of that confidence. Just, shake that feeling of being unable to score. And it all starts with just that first goal. And then things usually open up a whole lot. As we're seeing here from Ramen Noodles now.
Yes. Unfortunately for SALSA, Ramen just hitting all of these team plays here that they aren't able to defend against at the moment. RJ Mori scooping up the ball, making his way with speed. Hawass with the grab, but he's right on the tackle, getting it into Asian Wang's hands. 1 second left. It's going to be a buzzer beater, or it will go into the ground, making it another round for Ramen Noodles.
All right, that's 2 up, and yeah, great job from Ramen Noodles, increasing the pace. Well, in fact, doubling the scoring pace and output of the first round with a whole 2 points, but 2 points enough to take the win. Again, the tough defense there, as Ozzy points out in the chat, complimenting the great defense from both teams. And indeed, it's been a defensive brawler kind of match there. We saw some matches here on VRML earlier in the day in the NA side that went high scoring, 8, 9, 10 combined points, but then sometimes you get these ultra competitive games where it's lower output but just as intense.
Yeah, and OCE being the size it is a very tight-knit group of competitive players, so it will be a lot harder once you get into that top half of the bracket just to push ahead as we go into this third round here.
Yeah, and deeper we go into the seasons, of course. You just want to be able to end it strong here in week 8, as Hawass has it stolen there by Skits Mix. So an immediate fling to start off this round, too far to the right. Nebula able to secure the ball. Very important first minute or two for SALSA. I think that they really need to see one go in this opening minute if they are to build any confidence going into this potentially decisive third round.
Yeah, just tapping it there, but Ramen are all grouping in front of the goals, making it very difficult for the SALSA players to move in. But Carmen is going to break through that line, not quite getting his goal though. Nebula trying to keep that possession in the right side, but it is going to be slapped towards Yuxi.
Yeah, a lot of attempts here, and to carve their way inside to that goal range. But indeed, you mentioned it, just a big pile, a lot of defenders really in the way, and not able to communicate those passes quite to the degree that they're hoping to. You can see Ramen in comparison, have a lot of that control. They're spacing the floor. They're recognizing the goal actually not open, so just an unfortunate giveaway from them. But maybe SALSA can take advantage, attempting with that back pass, eventually reaching Hawass.
Yep, and I've lost him for a second here. Where is he? There he is. Going for that pass down left side. It's going to be intercepted by Skitsmix, moving his way in on the goals for that goal in the top right corner, making it 1-0 Ramen Noodles' way. Hawass tapping it out for his teammate here.
A nice drive into the goal and a confident fling with great accuracy right where it needed to be. A big steal coming in now from Asian, who will divert himself around the defenders, playing some merry-go-round, and they'll be merry to see that goal go in this round. And Yuxi now over there with the ball.
Yeah, very fast goal turnaround there from Ramen Noodles, not letting SALSA even a little second to think, tapping it straight out of Yuxi's hands there. He's going to get his possession back, looking for his pass across or the solo in. It's not going to be successful. The pass to Nebula will fail.
Yeah, I think that's where it's getting lost a little bit in this round, where, again, had a couple of passing options, but often go head on into the goalkeepers, not really paying dividends for them. And that's one of those adjustments that certainly would need to be addressed there if they're to come back in this round, but they don't have a lot of time to do it. Ramen Noodles pulling ahead with the ball as well as a 2-point advantage.
Yeah, Rexy's going to make his way down, looking for his pass over to Asian Wang. Quick slap back is going to go slightly out to the left. Nebula grabbing that rebound, but it's going to be tapped straight back in by Skid, making that 3-1 with 2 minutes left on the clock.
And Kroger's in the chat saying, "Go to bed, man. It's only 4 p.m. here. I don't have to go to bed. You don't tell me what to do. You're not my mom." Unless you are. That said, it will be a 3-point advantage here and make it 4 points. Kirito looking like Ramen Noodles after only 1 point scored in that first round, 2 points in the second. They've only continued to build more momentum because now they have 4. Really not looking behind them at this point.
Yeah, Asian Wang with the quick tackle there, getting it into Skit's hands. Skit coming onto the field. It will now be a little bit more confusing if Skit's mix is also here. Hawass with the barely cleared ball into Asian Wang's hands. Nebula getting it and moving it into Claw with the clear downfield. For a goal!
Mighty good clear, nearly goes in. That was so very close. Just hit the left lip. That was almost a spectacular way to get their first points here in this series, but will not be the case as it's back to Ramen now on this approach.
Yep. 1 minute left on the clock. Rexy with the pass over to Asian Wang. It's going to be slightly out of his range as Skitsmix makes his way up. Nebula intercepting it though with the clear downfield. It's going to be too far out to the left for a goal though.
Yeah, we got about 35 seconds left, and at this point, it's just a matter of time. SALSA unable to get their points up. Ramen, again, just been getting better and better as this round has gone on, as this series has gone on. Asia now coming away with it. Maybe an open goal, potentially. No, but slicing in there was Yuxi. Yuxi, a quick tap off and quick jukes on 3 different players. Some nice moves from Yuxi to get it over to Nebula at the very least in the final 10 seconds of this match.
Yep, intercepting the pass there is Rexy, making his way downfield, looking in on an open goal. It is going to go in, making it 5-0 right at the end of that match.
Goodness, Rexy saying, "Get wrecked." See? Oh my goodness!
Down, that is going to be the end of this match.
What a way to end it there. Again, continuing that increasing of pace on the scoring end. It started off so slow and stalemate, really in the first 2 rounds, but round 3, the seal is just broken wide open, and the points kept on flowing. For SALSA, just could not quite get that first one to go. It's such an important one, especially when you're not used to being streamed all too often sometimes, and you have those initial moments of a cast where you're kind of in your own head maybe a little bit, and a little of the nerves in the way, but just it's one of those things where the longer you go without scoring, the harder and harder it really gets, especially you start thinking of it a little too much, and it's like, oh man, nothing can go. If they just had that one, I think it could have been an entirely different match. But, Ramen Noodle is just too good there on the defense and then executing on the offense as well.
Yeah, we had a game a lot like this yesterday with this Desolation versus TTT, I believe. No, not TTT, I can't remember actually. Desolation were really fighting back in that first round, but as the rounds went on, they just fell a little bit behind and weren't able to make it back in time. Does look like there is a match going on next door if you would like to jump over. Not sure if I can create an event for it this late though.
Maybe not. We can check it out and see what's going. Did it already start?
Yeah, it started at 12 past, I believe. And they are 2 rounds in with 1 each.
All right. Well, why not?
Yep.
What's our teams? Let's get the lowdown. We'll get this quick improv cast in.
This is Tim Tam Slam versus Coaching Crusaders. The ball just going into the middle for this 3rd round here.
All right. Tim Tam Slam versus Coaching Crusaders. Which team is on which side? Sorry, I gotta...
I'm not sure. Let me get that fixed up real quick. Should be on the screen now. Tim Tam Slam sitting on the left, Coaching Crusaders on our right. Tim Tam Slam pink, Coaching are blue. Turquoise. Ball is in Orca's hands with that pass across to Golden. Golden going in for that goal, but he will not get it. And that is now 1-1, it looks like. I'm going to quickly fix up these scores.
All right, no worries. Need bear with us here as we reset up our stream.
Yeah.
Wasn't planning to do this, folks, but you know what? If we have a little more echo to give you, and it just happened to be right next door, or echo, I said echo, muscle memory, a little bit more OD, Orion Drift to give you. You know, we're gonna get more gameplay in, so bear with the initial awkwardness in the setup. But yeah, we are in. I think the 3rd round, as Kirito mentioned here. So why not? Good to see these players, anyways. Some more of them that I casted. Nice shot there, Golden. More that I casted last weekend, Z Drift as well. So. You know, love to see it, the familiarity on stream.
Yeah. Tim Tam Slam, I believe it would have been the ones you saw. Geep coming in coming back across there, as with the pass over to Hugo. Hugo looking to get that point, but he is going to be denied, going into Zoetic's hands, but he will be unsuccessful, with the ball going into Dawnzy's hands, making his way downfield now.
All right, well, Donzi dribbling it over to Orca. Orca and Golden, Donzi all in the lanes trying to make an offensive play. Donzi picking up that ball from up high, trying to distribute, but too much mustard on the attempted pass. Will still be picked up by Orca, sending it to Golden. Nice calmness, trying to find some peace amongst the storm of defenders. Looks like Zodic in the goal, just a scarecrow, motionless at the moment, but still enough to disturb the offenders as Donzi now approaches.
Zotic seems to have actually disconnected, I believe. Yeah, he's disconnected, so...
Yeah, it looks like it.
It will be interesting.
So we're literally just a virtual scarecrow, but...
2v3 now for Tim Tam Slam. Dawnzy with the ball making his way in towards the goals.
All right, well, now Golden with the shot attempt, but denied. I want to say it was by Zotic. What a defensive juggernaut, able to make plays even when they're not there. Orca with the ball now. Orca having time to pick up the ball.
Yeah, making
no worries, and scooting on by into the midfield.
Pass over to Dawnzy there with the pass to Golden. Golden going for that goal, but he is going to miss, and it will not go in. Over to you.
And no doubt credit to Zoetic again, who is body is no longer in the game, but nonetheless still trying to make plays. HV Go at the moment, passing it up to Geep. Donzi, however, attempting to approach, but actually opts to back out, so giving some time and some space to these offenders. But a good steal, just casually picking it off, was Donzi.
Yep, that clear down there, making its way down into left claw. It will go into Golden hands with the pass across. Hugo watching it from goals. It will go into Orca's hands. Orca looking for his pass across to the cut from Nest. Now in Orca's hands, quick pass over to Golden is going to connect. Not quite going in there as Golden grabs that possession, looking for the backwards shot, but denied by Geep with the clear.
So 2-1 on the board. Coaching Crusaders at advantage at the moment. Nice jukes by Donzi. Wow, juked them out of the shoes and seeing if it could make some blue suede shoes with a dance into the goal. But no, it's Geep picking that up and sending it deep. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's so close to the goal, but Orca picks it up off the bounce.
Yep, Orca now making his way up, down field, looking for that clear across to Golden. It's a bit too high for him, so it's going to go into Hugo's hands here with the clear back across to left side. It's going to go down into Claw for Dornsey to pick it up. Geep with the tackle there, securing the ball into Hugo's hands.
That was Hugo. See, I was saying HV Go. I was thinking it's like a Chappell Roan song or something. HV Go. But anyways, I guess that's not the case, as it will be Donzi now winning that race. Has the ball. Maybe he'll get the shot to fall. It's 3-1.
It's 3-1. 5 seconds left. So, Coaching Crusaders are going to walk away with this with this third round, making it 2-1 for the rounds. There we go with the drop, making it a win for Coaching Crusaders.
All right, so still some time to go, rounds to go as we join this mid-match. Kind of wonder on the playing end how that feels to be starting off without the expectation of a stream and then suddenly have 2 spectators casting you for a VRML moment later. Yeah. But send all love or complaints to Sir Dimly.
Yeah, no, I did get a request to cast this game. Unfortunately, I did not think that I was going to make it over in time, seeing as they started at a really odd time, starting at 7:12. Not 7:15, not 7:10, 7:12. So it was an awkward time for me to make it over. The ball is now just going up, and I've missed it. It's going to go down into Golden's hands, though, with the pass off to Orca.
No, I admire the awkward time start, though. 7:12 and just about, 12 seconds we see our first goal. Not followers. They're leaders. They're leading the pack. They're saying, you don't have to stick to tradition. Okay, it's a new game. It's a new stream. I dig it.
I have a feeling it may be because they scheduled it closer to 7:11 and they had to do it like an hour gap between schedule and game time. They were like, oh, well, might as well schedule it right then. Seeing as it is
why not
long until they can't schedule any more matches, as Geep moves his way in for a point, making it 1-1, 4 minutes into the match.
All right, Orca with possession for Coaching Crusaders down the floor. They will go, attempting to offer that rebuttal. Judging by the last round, decently high-scoring affair, at least high-pace affair, I should say, as Golden 47, trying to contest a few different players below, managed to come away with the ball for just a second.
Yeah, Geep fighting over Golden there in the corner, but it will go into Orca's hand. Orca tapping it over, but Hugo will claim that possession in the end, dropping it down as he runs out of that crucial boost. Geep trying to sit in a position where his teammate can easily pass. With the missed pass there, he's going to grab it back up in the air, looking to get around Dornsey here through sewers. Not quite sure what his goal is down here. He is going to lose that possession to Dornsey, though.
And Donzi flying low, sending high, and shot goes by. Hugo, it was Golden 47 with a shot right down the middle there to drain it 2-1.
It's now 3 minutes left on the clock as Geep grabs. Oh, he is going to fumble it, though, losing all his speed as he turns back to grab it. He's going to try to make his way up, juking the camera a little bit there, making his way over Orca with the tackles, but he is going to miss it as Dornsey with the save comes flying through.
Now back in mid, Donzi coming away with the ball, opting to go back into their own zone for a reset. Always I like to see that kind of headspace there, just the mental notes of not always having to press it forward. But that said, they do send it right into the defender, making it tough to catch. So now ball does get lost in a scramble down in the sewers once again. Not a pleasant place as it's a race for the ball. Hugo, Golden, and Geep all contesting each other down there, but no one holding on for it. Just a lot of taps before Orca finally secures the ball and back into the mid.
Straight into Dawnzy's hands. He's going to look for that pass across to Orca. Oh, just a bit too fast there for Orca, though, as Geep scoops it up through Claw, looking to come straight down on top of Dawnzy. Looks like Dawnzy didn't notice he was coming from above, though. Hugo making his way along Halo, looking for his pass over to Geep.
But Orca managing to swipe the ball right there on that attempt and sending it way downwards towards Dawnzy. Has the lane, has the angle, has the time. Gets 3 on the board now. 3-1 for coaching Crusaders. About to call them cooking Crusaders because that's what they're doing right now.
Yes. Now Geep looking for that pass over to Hugo. It's going to be intercepted by Orca. Looking for a long shot. No, a little bit too high. Going into Dawnzy's hands. He's going to leave it, though. Seemingly taking a bit of mercy onto Tim Tam's slam. You know, not slamming that goal right in as soon as he had the opportunity. Missing out left there a little bit. Ooh. Orca looking for that pass across. Hugo is going to clear it downfield, though.
Yeah, man, that looked like nearly a good goal. I think one of the players even celebrated it as if it had went in, but not the case. Dawnzy does come away with it, and a good pass there to Golden. Defense attempting to retreat now. Hugo and Dawnzy in the deep line there, contesting each other, and it will be Hugo indeed coming away with the ball.
Maybe he's going to try to clear it there, but not much speed on it, so Orca will easily be able to scoop it up. Geep looking for the grab there, but Orca's going to get it once again, looking for that reset back into his teammates' hands. Geep grabbing it again. Cameraman losing the ball once more as Geep clears it into Orca's hands.
And it looked like we got another dropout at some point there not too long ago as the round does come to a close. So indeed conceding this one as the clock winds to a close. And as a series, coaching Crusaders will take it. And pretty strong showing by them. I know, again, for Tim Tam, unfortunately, they did have some issues there with connectivity, it seemed, losing some of their players earlier on and just not really able to bounce back from that moment onwards, dropping the last couple rounds in a row.
Yeah, so that... interesting game to come into the middle of. I would have liked to see the first 2 rounds of that 4-round series in there, where Tim Tam's slam must have had a lot better of a chance. But we'll never know what happened in those first 2 rounds.
Yeah, it's lost media at this point. No one will ever know, unless someone recorded it. Maybe then you can see it. But regardless. Good stuff there from both these teams we cast. We had SALSA and Ramen Noodles first up, and then this kind of impromptu mid-match cast of Tim Tam, Slam, and Coaching Crusaders. Good to do it, and happy to join you on this cast. Thanks for the invite, Kirito, and as well as to the YouTube chat who stopped in, watched, and engaged. Shout out there to Shredda and Jucifer, just in time to catch it. You're just in time for the end, my friend.
Yeah. So, thank you everyone for dropping in. My name was Kirito, joined by Palador. And as I always say, keep drifting, have some fun. See you guys later.
Orion Drift VRML is brought to you by Another Axiom, Helga, the esports manager, Thanks for watching VRML.